Muy buenas chicos, bienvenidos a un capítulo más de Full con GreedFall aquí en Escalera de Color. Hoy vamos a continuar la misión que era sobre la cura de la Malicor, hablar con Constantine. En principio esto es lo único que me aparece. Vale, porque lo demás, nada, no sé. Según estuve mirando debería haber aparecido alguno más, pero no lo sé. Así que vamos a tener que ir a Nueva Seren. Vamos allá, vamos a buscar el... No debería estar muy lejos lo de... Ah, espérate, ok, estoy un poco idiota hoy. Aquí arriba. Aquí está la piedra, el monolito este. Vámonos hasta Nueva Seren, a la residencia de Sardet. El anterior capítulo se quedó un poco corto, pero no quería mezclar, porque ahora salen... Joder, ¿qué coño hago, tío? Venga, sí, vete al carajo ya. Perdona, no quería mezclar la misión de... Vale, la misión que había, porque sinceramente, bueno, esto ¿qué hacemos? ¿Se puede soltar? Sí, tío, yo no quiero este objeto. Esa. Ahí va. Bueno, vale, pues eso, que no quería mezclar la misión... Hombre, Soja, ¿qué pasa? ¿Te aparca? Que no quería mezclar la misión anterior con la de ahora, porque aunque estén relacionados, viene el mismo hilo que el... No, de la cura. Pero en realidad son cuestiones distintas. Y a la hora de titularlo y demás va a ser un poco lío, ¿no? Porque luego tenía que dejar una misión a medias, así que... Empezamos este y listo. No se mezcla, tío, aparca o nada. Mezclar misiones no mola. O sea, si la fuera a completar entera, sí, tío, pero si no, no. Es que luego voy a hacer una y la otra media, no tiene sentido. Atención, vas a ver cómo está el primo, tío Parco. Atención, vamos a echarle un vistazo.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries.
¿La ha palmado?
We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears.
Llega uno de sus guardias alterado y solo, aunque forma parte de su séquito.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on? This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes
Cree que han atacado al señor Dorsey, o sea, a nuestro primo, Constantine.
He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts.
Escuché gritos de hombres
I
y
wanted to return
bestias.
to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events.
Madre mía.
But know that you have my full support.
Se ha matado Paco. Yo creo que sí, que el primo me parece a mí que se ha ido al carré.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic,
Después de todo lo que estamos haciendo, madre
precisely
mía,
what
tío.
happened back there.
Para pensar que lo iba a ver, tío, está hecho una mierda. Es que el primo no está bien, el primo está hecho una mierda, está muy enfermo, tío.
By Islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird.
Un individuo de lo más peculiar, señor.
I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect
¿De
our
acuerdo?
perimeter from
Debía
anyone
impedir el
wandering
paso a
along.
quien quiera que me
According to the
encontrara.
Islander, it was the only
Según
access to
el
their
isleño,
planned
era el único
destination.
punto de acceso a su
I did
destino.
my
Estuve
rounds for
bastante
quite
tiempo
some
haciendo mis
time.
rondas.
Not a soul came along.
No apareció nadie, pero entonces
But then I
oí
heard
grito a lo
cries a
lejos, me
ways
dispuse a ir a ayudar.
And I went running to help. I heard an enormous
¿Qué habrá
crashing sound
pasado?
like an avalanche of rocks.
Cuando se produjo un estruendo
So
como
then
una
I turned
avalancha
right
de
back
piedra,
around.
entonces di
And
media
you
vuelta.
ran all the way here. Do you know
Vale, ¿dónde se
precisely
produjo el
where the
ataque?
company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But
No,
I
o
could
sea,
show you
vamos
where
a
I was
ver.
posted. The
Ese tío ha estado
Highlanders said
diciendo
they
que
were following
corrió
the path,
hacia donde lo escuchó.
but he was
Y ahora
quite a
dice
ways
que no
ahead when I
fue.
lost sight of them.
Vale,
Why didn't you
¿por
go
qué no
and look for
investigó?
yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors.
Qué bueno, tío. No mataba al guardia. Yo
My
creo que
cousin
sí.
was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition. But your cousin was all
Este
full
ya
of
no hace más de
enthusiasm
guardia,
and ordered that we set out as
Ya
quick
te
as we
digo yo
could
a ti.
make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir.
Él está
But I
pensando
don't
morir
know
vamos de
anything else
cabeza.
I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Tira, que no quiero cortarte la cabeza. Vale, interroga a Dertren una. Vale, ¿y esto por qué? Ah, no, la búsqueda de Constantine, ¿no? Primero. Claro. Vale, ahora me han salido las dos misiones que vi el otro día que tenían que haber salido. Vale, de acuerdo. Vamos. Vámonos. Hay que locura de sitio, cojones. Venga, no, vamos a darle un poquillo de pelea, que es lo que le gusta al Soja. Mira, ahí va. Vamos a cambiar de arma, de cuarto. ¿Cómo era para cambiar de arma? Me cago en la leche. Ahí va, coño. Me he equivocado. Ah, con esto era. ¡Bum! Esto es lo que le gusta al tío Porto. Ahí, matando animalitos. A la torre. Anda, ir al carajo ya.
This is
Ah,
the
sí,
camp
sí,
that Constantine's
eso.
escort must have established.
Vale, pues nuestro primo debería estar aquí y no está. Muy bien.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. This area has been
Primo,
trampled.
¿dónde está?
An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult,
Me ha cogido Billy.
but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual.
¿Dónde puñeta que hay ahora? Hay que investigar. A ver.
These places are charged with great energy.
Pero aquí ya había ataque de animalitos, ¿eh?
Katasak wanted to use it to bring
Yo no digo
relief
nada.
to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we
No
are
se habrá
able to find.
convertido el primo en un animalaco de estos, ¿no?
This
Oye,
blade
a ver,
is a native
examinemos.
ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms?
Bueno, vamos a ver si es verdad.
Crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion.
Una poción explosiva.
The soldiers might have been
¿Sabes?
carrying.
Casi nada.
They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers
Echaron
fought dearly
contención hasta el
until the
final.
end.
Bueno, con esta
Neither
gente, a esta
Constantine nor
gente ya está
Katasak
muerta.
are
¿no?
among them.
Esta gente ya poquito se
Constantine
puede
and
hacer.
Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing
Lo
some sort of
enterraremos con
healing
honores,
ritual.
por lo menos.
When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able
¿De
to
acuerdo?
escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Que sí, hombre. Vamos por aquí.
More tracks.
Madre mía la que está liando, tío, por Dios.
They must have fled this way. Strange.
¡Ostras!
These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat.
Pero esto...
These
Primo...
weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
Yo, pero no
Another
ves.
tree. This
está
path
pasando
seems
aquí?
to have been scorched in flames.
Míralo. Ahí va. Ahí va. Pero que sé, ¿por qué me cura? Que yo estoy bien. Ahí va, carrera, toman por culo.
I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many
Oh no,
explosive potions.
corre, primo. Joder,
New
reguazando.
footprints. It looks as if a group
Y yo,
went
pero
up
mirad.
and took this path.
Vale, tenemos un punto de habilidad y un punto de atributo. Dame un momentito. No sé si me da coraje el funcionamiento este. Madre mía. Vale, un punto de atributo que se lo vamos a añadir. Sí.
There are not only the corpses of
Ahí
our
está.
own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
Cojones.
More signs of explosions.
Más explosiones.
What were they doing
Pero
with all
bueno,
these explosives on them?
¿estos que querían hacer? ¿Mandar caer aquí o qué?
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
La que salía por aquí, tío. Vaya regla.
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasak.
Ahí va. Este animalico. ¡Yo! Eran valencianos, tío. Se llevaron paso la falla. Sí. O pasé un toro volado también, no te extrañes. Ahí va. Ahí va. Déjame en paz, bicho. Hay que ¿ha visto la cosa que le ha metido a la atrás? Madre mía.
And these rocks were
Joder.
broken, as if
Algo
they had
rompió
taken
estas rocas
cabin
como si
fire.
lo hubiera disparado
What
con un
could have
cañón.
happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still
Un soldado
more unknown
desconocido,
soldiers.
responsable del ataque quizá.
Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see.
¿Dónde lleva la carta?
According to
Aquí.
this note, this troop came from an
Esta
outpost
tropa
that the
venía de un
Bridgerlands
puesto de
close
avanzada
by.
cercana a la alianza del puente, una patrulla, sin duda.
Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense.
Madre mía.
These
Madre mía.
vials look familiar. Katasak used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up.
Vale, pues recógelo.
I recognize this sack. It's my
El
cousin's.
zurrón del primo, ojo. Ya tenemos una parte. Traición, pues sí puede ser,
Very well.
Sí
Let's
puede
sum
ser.
things
Oja.
up. Constantine
Totalmente.
and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual.
Sí puede ser,
They were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And
Obviamente
then
algún
there were
animal
these
salvaje. Y lo
traces of
de...
inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
Y la otra gente,
You
¿cómo?
cannot
Va a ser
suspect
eso.
my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one
Pero
would
lo de
have
la
attacked
alianza del
Katasak.
puente, sí.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He
Pero vamos a
brought
ver, ¿qué
comfort
excusa
to
hay?
your cousin.
Hija mía.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return
Ahí
to
estamos. Vamos a por el
Wenchavier to
primico.
learn more. Perhaps Katasak returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasach is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
Bueno, me habéis traicionado a los dos,
But I do
Ojo.
not see how they could have
Ojo.
made these animals
Que
obey
los...
them. However,
Que los
one way or
ciudadanos
another,
estos también me
Constantine is in
metieron
danger. Let us be
en un
on
lío
our
de
way without
cojones.
further delay.
Al principio, ¿sabes? Vamos. Se va a hacer ahora esta la santa también, ¿sabes? Vale, vamos a buscar aquí Vale, pues vamos a tener que pegar un buen viaje. Porque hasta aquí. Aquí, ¿esto qué es? ¿Qué nos pide aquí, leñe? El puesto de avanzada de la alianza, vale. Espérate. Por aquí no se podrá tirar, me imagino. Porque aquí hay una opción de 3 pares de narices. Pues anda que el vueltón. Venga, vale. Vámonos. Pues no sé, es que ahora sí que es raro. En principio, yo creo que en principio han sido los de la alianza esa, pero... Vete a saber, me indica por aquí. Pero por aquí no hay más camino, tío. Tiene que ser la vuelta por aquí, supongo. Porque es que por aquí no hay. Vale, madre mía, qué líos de mapa estos más grandes, tío. Esto sí que me da coraje. Yo les declaraba la guerra. No puede. No puede porque saldríamos perdiendo, ya te digo yo a ti. Pero que vamos, que no sé qué ha pasado exactamente. Es que yo tampoco creo que hayan sido los insulanos estos, tío, porque... Joder, mira que le hemos hecho favores, ¿sabes? Y es verdad que los otros siempre lo han traicionado, pero... Es que los insulanos también han hecho putadas, No te creas tú que... Mira, que hay un campamento. Vale, ya con esto ya podemos viajar al otro lado, ¿sabes? Cuando... Vámonos. ¡Corre, Forest! Gracioso que este juego no es mundo abierto, pero poco le falta, Aquí está el puesto de avanzada de la alianza del puente, ¿vale? ¿A quién debo el honor? A que te vamos a cuestionar, te vamos a hacer unas cuantas preguntitas.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
Que nos va a responder un par de preguntitas.
I'm looking for Constantine d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction?
Espero que sea una broma.
This
No,
is a joke.
no lo
We've
es.
had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead.
I
had hoped they'd have
¿Ahora qué
survived
pasa,
and
loco?
eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too
¿Movimiento de
many
tropas de
men
qué?
to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready yesterday. We heard
No me creo
screams
nada,
and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping.
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well. You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more
Está
unnecessary
lleno de
risks.
cobarde, ¿eh?
Why
Es
do I
la
have the
cosa,
feeling
¿el
that you're
juego
holding
este o
something
qué?
back from me?
Claro que está mintiendo, está mintiendo, está mintiendo.
I can see how
Toma,
difficult
dale
your
oro
present
y ala.
situation has become.
Que a ver qué le cuenta
I'm
el
certain
chalao.
you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
Podría haberle insistido, pero no quería tampoco ser tan agresivo. Digo, venga, toma, anda. 50 monedas a ver si te sirven para curarte del coronavirus, hijo de puta.
Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse.
Vayan a ver a la enfermera, tal vez pueda ayudar al pobre chico de algún modo. No puedo perder a otro hombre. Anda, anda, anda. Venga, vamos, anda. A ver dónde está el nota ese. Madre mía. Vale, ok. Yo, misiones.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's
Pero llega un poco tarde, por desgracia. ¿Ha muerto el tío? No joda.
Is the soldier?
No, he still lives. But I've been
Entonces,
asking the captain
desgracia.
for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
Para curar las quemaduras, Ojo.
Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Venga, anda. Petarda. Consigue el antídoto para la poción soberana sobre quemadura. Vamos a mirar a ver. Madre mía, qué follón más grande. Vale, aquí hay una mesa, por aquí me parece. Mira, hombre. Ahí estamos. Toma, anda, le hacemos 9 y que se vaya a tomar por culo. Toma, ya tienes más para curar más gente. Desgraciada. Vaya enfermera, que no tiene ni vaya de belladona, tío. Que es lo más fácil de encontrar.
Were
Toma,
you
anda.
able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this.
Venga, anda.
We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time.
Mañana a la misma
We'll
hora.
know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon.
Vale,
And thank
que sí. Vale, entonces como hay que volver mañana, vamos a hacer una cosa, que es que como hay un campamento por aquí al lado, me parece, vamos a pasar el día por ahí. Volvamos al campamento, pasamos las 24 horas del tirón y ya está. No estaba muy lejos, ¿no? El campamento me suena. A ver, ahí abajo, vale. No te preocupes que no hay que esperar el día entero, ¿eh? Vale, nos vamos a dormir y le decimos que pasamos las 15 horas y al carré. Yo creo que ya se puede. Ahí estamos. Qué rapidico, ¿no? Se pasa aquí el día. Madre mía. Vámonos al puesto de avanzada. Ahí hay unas notas de unas misiones que no vamos a hacer.
Hello, soldier.
A ver, compadre,
How are you
¿qué
doing?
tienes que decirnos?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me?
Sí, he sido yo. Venga, anda. Cuenta ahí todo lo que
I
tengas que
simply
contar.
prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
Me encanta cuando el ordenador entiende que no estoy haciendo nada, tío, con él. Es que es
They're not
flipante.
really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what
Así que fuimos a ver qué pasaba,
Soldiers of
lógico.
the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man.
Están intentando proteger a un hombre que tenía una pinta de estar muy enfermo,
Constantine
vale,
and
nuestro
his
primo.
escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals.
Contra decenas de animales salvajes que parecían locos de rabia e intentaba devorarlos. Y había llamas.
And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and all the soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything.
Madre mía, qué mala pinta tiene esto,
Blood
tío.
and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander.
Creí ver a otro insular, grande. Fue el que se llevó al hombre enfermo.
There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here.
What the fuck?
And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends.
Mataron a todos mis amigos, muy
You take a
peligroso.
great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Vale, o sea, lo de la aldea ya no se puede hacer. ¿Qué habrá sido aquí, tío, esto? Ya el capitán Idris. Vale. ¿Qué habrá sido esto? Madre mía, qué follón. Y parecía un capítulo normalito, ¿eh? Madre mía.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able
Más
to
o menos.
question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned
Pues la
that
verdad es que no lo
an important
entiendo,
man was
con
in
el
the
tema
region
de...
and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency.
Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would
Venga,
very much
nos
like
vamos.
to do the same.
Venga, sí, tío. Madre mía, qué follón. Vale, interroga a Darren. Madre mía, vamos a ver.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
Sí, aquí estoy otra vez. Estoy muy cabreado.
To speak to you
Preguntar
about
por
my
ataque.
cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his Ilkteren. May they receive this punishment for their arrogance.
¿Quieres que te metan la paliza o qué? Venga, hombre.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from
Murió
his
por sus
wounds.
heridas.
That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to
Pero
our
perdona.
homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do?
¿Qué quieres hacer con él? Porque no sé si me están mintiendo, cerdo.
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay
Vamos
for
a ver
this
quién
offense
paga.
with your life.
Vamos a ver quién paga. Anda, guapa. Que... Vamos a ver cómo queda la cosa, porque madre mía. Mira, aquí está Katasach.
Seeing the state of his body. I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad. To have doubted your loyalty.
¿Lo has
and even
visto
more
cómo
for what
está?
we are
Mira, mira,
about
mira. Le han arrancado ahí lo del medio. No sé si han sido
to do. Now
ellos.
then,
Pero está todo hecho
let's see
polvísimo.
what story this corpse has to tell. Afra would know how to get
Intuición.
information from this body. I'll need to go and find her.
Vale, Afra sabrá cómo... Vale, a ver si... Vale, como no tenemos la intuición...
Here is
pues
the
que
body
está
of
bien.
Katasach.
Afra.
Could you examine it and tell us what you make of his wounds?
Of course. This won't be the first time I've examined a corpse. We note a great number of large, blunt force contusions, covering the entire surface
Vale,
of the
hematomas
victim's body.
por,
None of the
causados por
wounds could
numerosos
be
golpes.
attributed to a blade or a spear, nor are there
No hay
any
ningún
visible
tipo de
bullet
hoja o
entry
perforación de
wounds.
bala.
Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places. The rib cage was
La
torn
caja
open
torácica
and then
parece haber
collapsed.
reventado. Madre
The
mía,
open
tío.
wound reveals multiple perforations of the vital organs. Here, the
Madre.
borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to
Como
a
si
flame,
hubieran
no
puesto el
doubt.
fuego.
And we also note several patches of mineral residue. They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic insular origin of our deceased. I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one thing is certain.
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a
Por
heated cannon
cañonazos
shot, though in
incendiarios.
a less regular fashion.
The dead soldiers we found had identical wounds. As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of wielding molten rock.
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an asylum. But I stand on the side of the improbable. The natives' powers reside outside the body of
Madre mía,
knowledge we
entonces.
possess.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless
Y
hunters or warriors,
esta,
true, but
y
to
estas
attack
brasas, ¿por qué están
Catazach,
ahí?
the power to call volcano fires could only be that of a guardian.
Ah,
No
vale, del
simple man
personaje,
wields
vale.
mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the
Madre
severity
mía,
of these
tío, pero
wounds,
qué brutalidad, ¿no?
I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your
A ver,
instincts
venga,
should have been
espabila,
enough.
¿qué me vas a
We
decir?
had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Catazach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas
Vale.
Fair.
The Anatalas Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits
Que
and
ves la
nature
vuelta que da este
can
juego,
perform.
O sea,
It
te meten
allows the
ahí,
Donegad who chants it
madre mía,
to relive the last
para hacer una misión,
moments
la de vueltas
of
que hay que
an
pegar.
Olmanawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad
Vale,
still
¿quién?
living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her.
Joder,
Since that
macho.
day, our
Pero que esta gente, tío.
Tiernahach has never breathed air with the same breath.
Vale, 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 vale. O sea, ¿y qué culpa tengo yo de que me dice, se puede hacer esto? Pero es que no sabes lo que estás diciendo. Pero bueno, hombre, señora, ¿es bipolar o qué? ¿La chica bipolar o qué le pasa? Vamos a ver. A ver si podemos convencerla de que hiciera eso.
Hello, Mev.
Oye, a esta gente le hemos ayudado tela,
Why have you come here again?
Y yo, de verdad, con esa mala
Come to
follada.
ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalas Fair on the body of Catazach, the Donegad.
Catazach is dead. Under Vush Dire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all.
Pues eso es lo que queremos.
He
Que
went
se
with
lo
my
haga para
cousin
saber
to a
cómo ha
sacred
sido.
site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken according to a witness, and Catazach suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Catazach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixi. I will
Bien.
help you. And I also wish to gain
Por fin
understanding.
algo fácil,
Our
por
island
fin.
wails in suffering. Many Sinolmenawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
Ah,
What
vale.
do you require?
A potion. And listen
Vale.
and remember.
Vale.
Or write in your
Es que es de
language what I
cojones,
shall
tío.
tell you.
Pensaba que iba a
Do
ser
not
fácil,
forget,
¿no? Venga, sí,
the
toma.
viscera
Ahí
of
lo
the
tienes.
scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his
Ahora hay que ir
body.
a la zona de combate
I'll search
donde
the
han muerto.
battlefield.
Where can I
Recoger.
find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform
acuerdo.
the ritual when the moon is high.
Pues venga,
In that case, let's go together to the
nos
ritual
vámonos con
site.
ella.
The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
Sí, por fin. Por lo menos un trocito de viaje que nos hemos quitado. Alucinante, ¿eh? O sea, madre mía. La misión, la de vueltas por el mapa que nos está llevando, madre mía. También la otra podía haber dicho cómo se hacía, ¿sabes? Que telita. Es que te van diciendo las cosas por fascículos, ¿sabes? Joder, venga, van. Vamos, chicos, ahí está. Ni que sí. No se podían ir a recoger los objetos, no, tenemos que estar peleando con ellos. Vamos. Bueno, chicos, pues esto es lo que vais a encontrar. Unos cuantos animales cabreados. Me he equivocado de pot y es que me lo cambié. F en el chat. F en el chat, tío. Me cago. Vamos, ahí está, vamos a pegarle ahí tutito. Toma. Ojito, ojito. Madre mía, qué palizón. Vamos. Pues bueno, chicos, por aquí es donde tenemos que encontrar los restos de animales de las vísceras. Cuando nos carguemos a toda esta animalada de gente, de animalitos, perdón, de bichos. Que le meto ahí de fondo, Vamos a ver. Vale, órganos de carroñero. La pregunta es, ¿por qué tienen que ser estos órganos de carroñero y no los que ya murieron de antes? Es un poco absurdo. Vale, aquí está el arma de Katasach. Menos mal que esto es lo poquito que está cerca. Y ahora... Ah, vale, tengo que crear la poción primero. De acuerdo. Vale, aquí está la mesa. Vale. Ningún problema. Dos vallas. Ah, me faltan dos vallas de belladona, tío. Le he usado antes para la de las quemaduras. Es que esto, tío. Esto es de cojones. Esto es de cojones, tío. Ay, Dios mío. No pasa nada, No pasa nada. Mira, esto se hace rápido, tío. Vamos por saco. Viajamos. Vamos aquí. Vamos acá. Vamos a comprarlo. Volvemos y ya está. Vamos a comprárselo aquí a este hombre. Dime que tienes vallas de belladona, tío. Sí, hombre, sí. Las tiene. Yo creo que con eso bastaba, ¿no? Hombre, vamos a viajar. Vale, se puede crear la pote aquí, por cierto. De todas formas. Vale, ya está la pote aquí. Bueno, ¿puedo viajar o me tengo que esperar el año que viene? Puedes continuar con tu viaje. Eso quiero. Continuar con mi viaje. Déjame viajar. Estos fallos del juego sí que me dan rabia, de verdad. Os lo digo en serio. A no ser que me lleve ahí directamente. No, me lleva a la residencia de Sardet porque le sale del pijo. Bueno, venga, vamos. Ya está creada la poti. Déjame ya en paz, hombre. ¿Y dónde está esta buena mujer? Aquí, ¿no? Vale, ok. Que de verdad me cabrea un poco, ¿eh? Estas misiones que son ida y vuelta, porque sí, no tiene ningún sentido, me cabrean un montón, de verdad, en los juegos. Y no digo que este juego está mal, pero que... Recógeme esto aquí. Ah, me diréis, no, pero esto es los juegos de rol, muchos juegos de rol tan así, tan exagerados. Tan exagerado, yo he visto poquitos, Sí, mujer, sí, aquí lo tiene. Venga, hazlo ya una vez. Ahora hay que esperar por la noche. Pues venga, vamos. Claro que sí, venga, vamos.
Sit then in that case, and remain silent. I must meditate.
Muy bien, hija. Vamos a ver qué paranoia pasa ahora, Uf, tengo miedo. Si dice que siente lo que él, va a ser brutal, La reacción preparado,
Ato al confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Bara vridenan tahanemo quate grenfem. Linkui dam da renaute da hodox. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam. De talugedon velam. De taragam buledam. De tataminam reloidan. Adet lamen kante bij dam en antelam verfragt tangom.
Hola. En trance, en trance. A ver.
Katasak, help me, please.
¿Eso qué es?
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one Renaikse, you put us all.
Madre mía, este que es Pimbar.
His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you?
Fuck?
Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
O sea, era uno de ellos.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Ha regresado.
Who has?
¿Quién ha regresado?
Finbar.
Era Bimbar, el alto rey.
We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I
Pa
want to have
buscarlo,
any
¿qué va a
hope
hacer?
of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
The kings and queens could tell me when they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn their trust. Arm yourself with patience and courage on Olmenawi. Your
Su viaje no ha
journey
hecho
is
más que
still
empezar.
long.
Thank you.
Esto siempre me lo están diciendo, ¿sabes? Yo creo que vamos a acabar el juego, van a estar diciendo, tu viaje no ha hecho más
I
que
have not
empezar.
done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Nev.
Vale, chicos, pues ya creo que sí, que aquí ya podemos dejar el capítulo de hoy, un poquito largo, un poquito bastante mal. Vamos, comparación con el último, va a ser extensísimo, pero ya hemos descubierto quién es el rey, ¿no? El gran rey o el alto rey que llaman esta gente, y bueno, hay que buscarlo, que tiene a nuestro primo. Pues bueno, chicos, nos vemos con más series y más capítulos de GreedFall aquí en la Escalera de Color. Hasta la próxima. Bye.